Okay, you're good to go.
Hi guys, sorry, technical difficulties. Hope you guys are all doing awesome. Happy Monday. My first work with me, so be patient with me. I got some notes. I actually took notes a while ago. Whenever I hop on a work with me, I take notes, but I took some from M, so hopefully these are good notes. I'll just tell you guys usually how I start my day. In the morning before work, I always wake up extra early and give myself time to read my devotional and do my self-development. Thanks, Brett. So for me, that's a non-negotiable in the morning. I actually started doing that a really long time ago. One of my good friends suggested to me that she would always wake up in the morning and do a devotional, and it just kind of gets your mind right in the morning. And I noticed for me that it really, really helps me to just like start my day in a calm way and prepare my mind for the day. So I usually start out with my Instagram stories. I do them in the morning. I made some new content today. So I think most of you guys usually you'll pick a day, maybe on the weekend on Sunday or something, and make some new content and then have it for throughout the week. So on Instagram, you want to engage with at least 5 stories and 5 posts, and then make sure you're adding to your network. A really good tip that M gave was to go in on Instagram and drill down on the hashtags. Make sure that you actually choose some of the smaller hashtags. So don't try to choose the ones that have like millions of followers, because you'll get lost in those ones. If you drill down and go into smaller ones, I guess I should backtrack. Make sure when you're looking in the hashtags, you're looking for what are your 5s. So for mine, I am a cat mom, so I do like fur baby stuff. I love to cook, so I do recipe stuff. I usually post stuff with my kids. So like I'll look for like Christian moms and stuff like that, so that when I'm posting, my audience is, I have content that's relatable to my audience. So I'll give you guys a few minutes if you want to go on Instagram right now and engage with stories and posts and add to your network or unfollow people. If anybody has questions about how to drill down an Instagram to the smaller ones, just let me know. If you want to put a comment, I can let you know how I do that. And then for those of you who, if you're done already, flip over to Facebook and do the same thing. you want to, okay, so on Instagram, you go into the search. I tried to open this on my computer so I could use my phone. You go into the little magnifying glass at the bottom and search. Say your favorite thing is like something to do with food. So maybe we'll do like, let's see what comes up if I put recipes in. So the first one for recipes is 8.2 million. So you don't want to do one that has millions. If you go down, there's one that says like recipe ideas that has 5,000. You want to try to look for the smaller ones. There's one that says recipes for kids that's got 15,000. So M had suggested to choose for like some of the smaller groups, because in the bigger ones, you can get lost when you hashtag those. But then also, if you want to add followers from there, you would click on that hashtag and you can search people that have the same interests as you, so that your audience, you can engage with them because you have things in common. And then when you're done with Instagram, go over to Facebook and do the same thing. Engage with 5 stories, 5 posts, engage on people's posts and comments. And then another good tip that I think Britt has said before too is clean up your groups from time to time. I don't know about you guys, but like lately on Facebook, every day people are adding me to groups, like groups for like that Zaya, whatever, like fitness line, all kinds of groups. And I usually decline them, but I think it might affect your algorithm if you're in too many groups. And then you also like, because I know sometimes your fives change, as your fives change, you want to be in groups that are, incorporate the things that interest you so that you can be in places where you relate to people. I always keep an eye out too for people. Yeah, Jamie said she cleaned it up and it helped for sure. I think the same thing for me. I did that a while back. I think I don't know, maybe Brittany knows or Krista knows, how often should we go through our groups? Is that like something we should do pretty regularly, or I don't know?
Hey, Rebecca, real quick, you got people in the waiting room.
I just edited them. It just taken a minute.
Okay.
As far as groups, I go through my groups. I don't know. It just kind of depends. Just whenever I really can sit down and clean them up, and whether I relate with them or not anymore. I don't join a ton of groups at a time because it gets too overwhelming. That's just my opinion. So you just kind of play it by ear and do what works best for you, honestly.
Okay. I also want to just touch on, I know that everybody pretty much talks about it, but the self-development, I noticed for myself, like lately I've just been having a lot of life happening. And then obviously there's a lot of chaos going on in the world. I think it's super important, especially now, to like make sure we're continuing to fill our cups, because you can get depleted very easily. Me and Krista chatted about it a little bit. It's super, super important. I know that I actually have been slacking a little bit. I haven't been doing my gratitude every day, and I can feel a difference. I think Krista's letting people in the weight room. They're just taking a minute. Oh, hi, Betty.
Yeah, sorry. So, I just let them in, and it's taken forever tonight too. I don't know why it's taken so long to let everybody in.
So I just want to reiterate that doing your self-development and your gratitude, writing down your goals, super, super, super important. Especially nowadays, right now, with all the craziness going on. I wrote down a list of some ideas for content too. Obviously we always want to be like positive. So, encouraging quotes. I personally love seeing people post that. That's something I love to see in my feed. And I guess I could just play off of that is when you scroll through Facebook, like make sure that if you don't align with something, that you're unfollowing people that don't align with you. But if you're expecting to see positivity, make sure that you're putting positivity out there too. We can talk about how we run our business for free. That's always something that speaks volume for us, because there's a lot of companies, we all know, that charge fees and have auto ship requirements and all that stuff. And so that really is something that sets Lavelle apart. We get our products for free. That's another huge one. I think a lot of times, for myself included, I speak on the promoter aspect, but customers too, if they have 2 customers that they refer, they get their products for free too, which is incredible. That we get paid once a week, that we get paid every Tuesday. My full-time job, I get paid every week, and it's really a game changer. So I know for all you guys who feel the same way, it's really awesome. I mean, if you budget your money, you're fine, but it's still awesome to get a paycheck every week. The auto bonus, that they don't make us wait till we reach the top of the company, that we get it at the 2nd rank. Just giving you guys ideas of things that you can speak about in posts or create new content with. Trying to think of what else I have. I went kind of fast because I got in here late.
Just share any of your best tips, or you can share your story or anything like that. Really, it just kind of gives everybody different point of views.
Okay. So, obviously IPAs, you can do them multiple times throughout the day. I'll give you guys my story. I don't think most of you have met me. I don't think I've talked on a meeting really that much. So my name's Rebecca. I live in the suburbs of Chicago. I have a blended family. I got remarried 2 years ago, and I have an only child from a previous marriage and 3 bonus kiddos. Aiden is, he just turned 16 yesterday. Eli is 14 and Ella is 6. Between going back and forth with the kiddos and working, and our lives are super busy. I'm sure most of you can relate to that. We bought our house a year ago in November. So we've been here for just a little over a year. We moved basically, so I used to live closer to the city, to Chicago. I was about 20-30 minutes. I moved a half an hour more west, away from the city, because my husband's kids live out in the middle of nowhere in the cornfields. And so just to make our commute a little bit easier, we got a house like halfway between houses. What else? I am the youngest of 3 girls. So I have a thick skin because I got beat up a lot as a child. I know you know how that goes too. Those of you who have multiple kids. What else can I say? I basically grew up in this area. I've never left the state. I visited Tennessee for Thanksgiving. I tried to meet up with Krista, but things were just crazy. We couldn't make our schedules match up. But we're going to go back in the summer. So all of you people, Candy, all of you people from Tennessee, hopefully when I come back in the summer, maybe we can plan like a lunch or a dinner. How I got started with Lavelle, Krista was on my Instagram and she was posting about the products, and I followed her. I don't even think I followed her that long, to be honest, but I came from a previous company. So I know kind of what the whole network marketing thing is about. And I saw her posting about the products and saw her crazy busy life. And I was like, I could relate to this girl. And so I asked her for a mini pack and tried them. I felt the difference on day 1. I was a day 1 thriver. And I think I ordered like right away from her, and felt, yes, definitely. Yeah, you know, honestly, I can relate to a lot. I think there's a lot of people in our tribe that have stepkids or that are remarried, and, you know, lots of mamas on the team. So I think that's really cool that we can all relate in that aspect. But yeah, I started in the summer of last year. So I've only been a Thriver for like 6 months, but I'm in love with the products. It's never changed. I've tried a lot of the Plus line products. I love Balance. I love Sculpt. I love Blast. What else? I just got Thirst a little while ago. I'm not really a great person, honestly, but I do like it. I do like the flavor of it. I usually mix it with Blast because I really like the flavor of that. My husband takes the products. He absolutely loves the products. My husband lost about 20 pounds. I wish I had taken a before and after of him. I didn't. He wasn't taking the patch for a couple of days. And he was like, man, I've been so hungry. And I asked him, have you been taking the patch? Because we have the ultras. And he's like, no. And so I said, well, put a patch on today. And he was like, it really works, babe. It works. I was not hungry. I didn't eat all the snacks today. And so it's just awesome. It's awesome to hear all of your guys' stories, to see all of the weight loss, you know, before and after pictures, just how you feel, just how you guys have the energy to get through the day. You guys are all really inspiring. I think we have awesome leadership, awesome trainings. And I really do believe in my heart that if we really put what we have in front of us to work, that we can go really far in this business. But we have to want it bad enough. We have to really be hungry enough to do it. Life can be draining and exhausting. And I think all of us are feeling that just from the circumstances of the world. But that's why you guys preach to pour into ourselves. It's really, really important. I think especially for moms, especially for people who just have a draining job. I mean, so some of you who are friends with me on Facebook have seen my stepson's in the hospital. Last week on Thursday, he woke up, we got a phone call at 5 a.m. that he was screaming in stomach pain. And he ended up in the hospital with an abscess in his small intestines. And as I'm telling you guys this story, I'm just thinking that this is a story that I could actually share with my audience about the importance of being healthy. So he's been diagnosed with Crohn's disease. He's lactose intolerant. And so essentially his sensitivity, I think, and honestly not eating good, is what resulted in this disease and this infection in his stomach. He's still in the hospital. He spent his sweet 16 in the hospital yesterday, which is awful. He's doing better. They checked him today and there was no new infection, no bacteria growing. They did a procedure where they could reduce the fluid that was inside the abscess. I know that's gross, but he's feeling much better. He's just very bored in the hospital, being a teenager. He was asking us, could we bring the laptop so he could play video games? Could we bring his Nintendo Switch so he could play video games? He's just, if you can imagine, a teenager laying in a bed in the hospital. But he's doing much better, and I think he's going to get released probably soon, in a couple of days. But so many things can come from this, right? I've been talking to my husband about our health insurance that we have. I've been asking him to look up the deductible because you think about a week stay in the hospital, that's going to be a really huge bill, but we have a deductible, which is only a certain amount, right? So we'll have to pay a certain amount and then our insurance will cover the rest. Hopefully it doesn't become a nightmare, but this opportunity as a business, if an emergency comes up, you can have money put aside in your savings account, whether it's your car breaking down, a medical emergency, an animal emergency. We all have, a lot of us have pets. Your animals get sick and they go to the vet. it adds up really quickly. So, you know, it just goes to show that life is always going to happen. Taking care of yourself is super important. We have a rule with my daughter, and it's funny to see the difference too between my daughter and my stepkids, but me and my ex have a rule with our daughter. She has to eat 5 fruits and vegetables every day. So if she wants to have another different snacks, pretzels, popcorn, whatever, she can. But I always tell her, okay, so you already ate a banana today. Let your next thing be a vegetable. And then by the time she has dinner, definitely before bed, she should have 5 servings of fruits and veggies. And I don't know. So I kind of went on a tangent there, but it's just super, super, super important to take care of your health. I mean, if we don't have our health, what do we have really, right? And these products, I think, help us so much with that. The vitamins alone, that's the biggest reason why I love Thrive. I would talk to my sister about this all the time. I would buy over-the-counter multivitamins from like Walgreens or Walmart. And I have a sensitive stomach, and they would kill my stomach. And I'm like, it hurts my stomach. And my sister's like, yeah, me too. Well, then when I started Thrive, you guys were talking about all the gross fillers. I didn't know that multivitamins over the counter had all those nasty fillers in them. And that's the reason why we feel Thrive working, because it doesn't have any extra stuff in there. And they're premium grade vitamins. So you feel them working in your system. My husband was actually saying, because my stepson has to take these like vitamin shakes, basically, he's like, I wonder if you could take Thrive, because they're, you know, packed with vitamins and stuff. And I'm like, I'm sure he could. And I'm sure that they taste a lot better than like those pre-made ones in the bottles. So a little bit about me. So I've loved seeing and hearing and learning about all your guys' different stories and backgrounds. I think it's really, really awesome that we have a tribe made up of so many different backgrounds, so many different people, so many different stories. I appreciate you guys pouring into us, all of you guys who have done trainings on here. I love that we all have different personalities and we can all bring a different perspective to the tribe. I love learning from you guys, and I hope that we continue to all, you know, grow and learn. And yes, I love our community too. I really honestly, genuinely feel supported here. I think that, and I've said this before on lives, there's not a person here on our team that I can't reach out to and ask a question to. And I always feel supported here. You know, we definitely should be our own, how do you guys word that? We should be our own best, like search for the answers yourself before you ask. And yes, resources, be your own best resource. Thank you, Brett. Because especially like when you have like, I mean here obviously, but like, I think about that in my own job too. I do customer service full time, and like most of us are working from home now. So I can't just like be reaching out to people 24/7. And we have like a team page too, where like we can chat each other and ask questions. I work for a science company, and sometimes I'll see the same question in there over and over and over again. And I know that that's how you leaders feel too, where it's like, okay, we know that this has been answered 15 times before, you know, and some of us get busy and we're not in the chats, but that's why the team page is set up so that we can easily go find answers. Today, actually, I was feeling in a slump and feeling like, okay, I need to get my mindset back on track. So I went in there and I typed in like mindset, and a bunch of videos popped up that I could start watching trainings on. So I encourage you guys to do that too. I know that like life is really busy and stuff, but if we can all commit, you know, even if you commit to once a week for now, and not every day, but at least once a week, you're pulling up a training and watching it, it'll help you to learn new things. You didn't retain everything the first time that you watched that video. So I just encourage you all. We all have goals. We're all chasing after these bonuses. I watched KK's earlier a little bit when I was in the office today. So like, I'll just put it on and leave it on my desk and work and listen to what you guys are saying. And she was talking about how, and Em has said this too lots of times, and Britt has said this, we count ourselves out. You automatically think that you're not good enough, or that, oh yeah, right, I can't get this many $1,000s in sales. But your mindset is super important. And don't count yourself out, because every single one of us on this team are worthy. We all have a why of why we're doing this. You know, whether it's you want to buy a house, you want to stay home with your kids, you want to help your husband come home. We all have something, some reason why we're doing this. And just remind yourself of that. Something really incredible. And I'll wrap it up after this, but I told Krista this. Remember when we did our dream boards? Actually, wait a second, because it's going to be more powerful. I'm going to go get it. I'll be right back. My dream board is probably all right, I'm back. I got my dream board. It's like a little messed up because it was on the floor in my bedroom and my cats are jerks. But I'm going to flip the camera around and show you guys everything on my dream board. I got everything on my dream board. Hold on a second if I can flip it around. Okay, so vacation. So we went to Tennessee. It wasn't anything special. We went to visit my mother-in-law, but we did go on a mini vacation for Thanksgiving. They ripped up this one, but pots and pans I wanted. I got a new set of pans. I got the copper ones. They're super cute. My husband's truck, we got his truck a few months ago. It's a used truck. It's got several thousand miles on it. But it's exactly what he wanted, and it's an affordable payment, and he got his truck. We just got new couches. For those of you who follow me, you saw that we were shopping at like a Home Depot store. It's called Menards. I know they're not everywhere, but they had couches on sale and they were dark gray and they were affordable, and we got them. So I came across this the other day, and I was like looking at it, and I was like, oh my God, I got everything on my freaking dream board. Like we did it. And it's so powerful for you to like write. I didn't understand dreaming or vision casting until this. Like we did this together, and I was looking at this the other day and it literally brought tears to my eyes. I was like, it's the dumbest things. I wanted new pots and pans and new couches. It's not even anything that's like super extreme, but it was in my mind and I figured out a way to get those things. And like, that's just so incredible to me. I got to make a new one. I really want to make a new one because this one's obviously completed, but I hope that you guys got something out of this. I know it was all over the place. It was my first one. Nice to meet all you lovely ladies. Thanks for hopping on, and I hope you have a really good night, and we'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.